G'day welcome to Argonian. This is the most must-see and subscribe to Argonian here on YouTube and online ambassador Black Marsh, Bruzo Dragonius. I just need to be a bit frank with you. With the title of this video that you probably will be clicking onto, saying this, and I quote, "This will be the last piece of furry content you'll ever see," or something like that. Well, what I mean is that I know that this is my third video regarding this social media ban for under 16s here in Australia. And it may be clickbaity, okay? It can be a bit of an over-exaggeration. I don't blame you all to be thinking, what the actual F? But in case that you aren't aware that there is an under 16 social media ban here in Australia, right? The law is a bit more lenient over in Denmark, even with their social media ban. It's for their social media ban is, of course, 15 and under. Or probably under 15 for Denmark. And as for the rest of the world, well, I don't know how it would possibly would go with this sort of what's going on, like whether you can be on social media when you are just like about even no age limit. You know, it could be as young as you want and go on social media and all that kind of stuff. Hell, but as for the rest of you, this may not be the last ever furry content that you would ever see for a while, I might add. Now, I know that this sort of ban is unfortunate. This is future Bruzo, just talking as I'm editing and all that kind of stuff, and I just wanted to bring down to the point that someone is fighting this social media ban in the Supreme Court. Like, I think I'm hoping that they would block the ban from happening. But there it's up to the High Court to decide. But there is some way of doing that afterwards. So maybe that YouTube would still be including the ban. Maybe not. But we'll probably see about that. Back to the video. I don't see how this social media ban is going to end up protecting kids from bullying and all that kind of stuff. Seeing that, hell, I've been bullied all my life for my autism, and that's even before MySpace ever came out. This bill that's being passed isn't from an Australian, but from the E-Safety Commission, who isn't even an Australian, who isn't an Australian, but more of an American. But yet, there are no social media ban over there in America, thankfully. And I do digress that there's no convincing the government to discount YouTube from that ban, or to give YouTube an exemption of that ban. There isn't just YouTube. I think it's basically ridiculous, to be honest. And what is even more ridiculous is that they even include Twitch from that ban. Twitch. So you could see, I think it's from 6th of December this year, I think, this social media ban and all that kind of stuff. And you might be all thinking, well, maybe this isn't my last ever video that you probably would see from me. Maybe I will make a video even before that ban that would at least give you a chance to see that in my content, maybe on TikTok and all that kind of stuff.
And TikTok isn't going to be exempt from it. Right? And this has nothing. This, like, honestly, this isn't, from what I sort of believe, this ban isn't about protecting kids. It's about censorship. It's a censorship of all the media and all that kind of stuff. Because whether we like it or not, bullying is going to be around for all our lives, right? You can take bullying from the Stone Age and all that kind of stuff, and it will be there. Right? Bullying has been around for like the entire situation that humanity had been existed. You know, but however, thankfully, that they haven't heard of Blue Sky. You know, so maybe there could be some sort of a, how could I say, a loophole from that sort of, that ban. Not just have it like as like a VPN, whether you just like change your details, have your location to say that you're in Denmark, even though that you're here in Australia when you're 2015, and then maybe before that you could probably would say that you could say just have the VPN to lie for you and say that you are based in America, and you can still be in social media and all that kind of stuff. Right? I was going to make a video putting out the examples of what you could do, things that you could possibly do here, either make it humorous or probably there's like hundreds of things, you know, to be honest. But thankfully Blue Sky isn't included in that ban yet, because of the government, because the Australian government, Anthony Albanese, haven't even heard of Blue Sky. So maybe that you can just see some furry content after all, or your favorite YouTubers, or whatever. So hopefully, you know, I don't know, maybe it could be something that the government is not telling us, which is the actual reason why that they're banning social media, and in all of them, including YouTube. But hey, you don't need to have an account on YouTube to even watch my videos. You can even just sign in as guest. Maybe that you can, you know, even if maybe that you can share your YouTube videos with your older brother or sister or whoever, like your YouTube account, and comment to this and probably subscribe to this channel and watch my videos and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that there is some loopholes that could get you out of this ban, right? There is no way, like there is, that this ban could be heavily policed. So I know for sure that yes, I am regretting to make these type of videos and all that kind of stuff about the ban, but that's the way it goes. I'm sorry. You know, I wish I could do more, you know. I wish I could go over to Canberra right now, or even tell my Member of Parliament, Sharon Clayton, and tell her to vote against that bill, that under 16's social media bill. As this is, like I said, can I stress again, that this is about isolating people and not at all protecting kids like it meant to be. Even if there's some sort of advertising that we see here in Australia that is what I believe that's nothing but propaganda. But I don't know. I'm just the one person, unfortunately. I'm just the one person talking to you, dressed up as a lizard or a dragon that you probably would see me as. But anyway, so what are your thoughts about this? You know, you can comment down whatever your thoughts about this. You know, I know for sure that there are some ways that you can watch this video and follow me on social media and all that kind of stuff. You know, there's other ways that you can support me as well by even views and all that kind of stuff. You know, you don't really have to subscribe to this channel to support me, but also with views, you know, to help the algorithm out. So you're more than welcome to comment anything, you know. If you still am able to go on social media, or if there's any loopholes that you may find and all that kind of stuff, if you can subscribe to this channel, if you do like my work or my content, please smash that subscribe button. I know for sure that most of the YouTube channels will be frozen for those that are like for those that are under 16 or 15, depending on where your country is. I know for sure that Meta is going to freeze your Instagram and Facebook. Twitter is about to do the same thing as well. Same as Twitch, because that's even in the ban. I don't have Snapchat, but that's included, and all the others. But if you can, there are some links down below for my social medias. If you want to follow me in there. If you do like my content so far, make sure you press that like button, and if you can, and if you had subscribed, and if you are still able to have an account, I'd advise you to press that bell icon so you can get notifications and turn your notifications on. I don't know when is my next video that you probably would see, if any. But I'll still keep on making some content for you and all that kind of stuff, and still be around. My videos is still going to be around in this channel. And if you want to friend me on PSN, my gaming tag is Bruzo21. So, you know, you're more than welcome to chat. And as always, this is Bruzo Dragonius saying, thank you so much for all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for watching this. And may His guide you all. Bye for now.